Thank you for choosing Wisdom of the Dharma. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new update. Your support helps us keep sharing powerful, life-changing wisdom with the world. And don't forget to drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's grow and learn together. Part 1. Opening the hidden trap in your bedroom. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, something just doesn't move? You save, you plan, you pray. And still, the money fades. The opportunities slip away. The exhaustion lingers, even after a full night's rest. You smile on the outside, but inside, there's a quiet ache. As if something unseen is blocking the flow of your life. You're not alone in feeling this way. In fact, what many don't realize is that the source of this silent resistance may be right where you sleep. Your bedroom, this deeply personal, sacred space, might be the very reason your abundance is delayed. Not because you're unlucky. Not because you're undeserving. But because your energy is entangled with the space around you. And your bedroom, if misaligned, can become a chamber where luck is locked away and life feels suspended. There is an ancient teaching in both Buddhist psychology and Feng Shui. Our external environment is a mirror of our internal state. But the mirror works both ways. The energy around us also shapes what we think, how we feel, and what we attract. Just as a lotus cannot bloom in stagnant water, the seed of wealth cannot thrive in a space where energy is blocked. Most people think of wealth as something to be earned through effort. But wisdom teaches us that before wealth can arrive, space must be made. Not just in your wallet, but in your home, in your thoughts, in your energy field. The truth is, there are 3 simple items, quiet, almost ordinary things, that, when placed with care and awareness, can shift the entire current of your life. I've seen it happen. In students, in monks, in mothers, in executives, and most importantly, in myself. You see, abundance doesn't knock on the doors of clutter. It flows into places of harmony. It gathers where the heart is ready and the space is open. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how to invite it in. But before we dive into the what and the where, we must return to the why. Why is your bedroom so important? Why does it matter where your bed is placed, what hangs on your wall, or how the air flows at night? Because the bedroom is not just where your body rests. It is where your spirit returns home each night. It is the temple of renewal. The altar of your subconscious. Every corner of that space speaks to your inner self, whether you hear it or not. A misplaced mirror. A pile of things beneath your bed. A light that burns too bright. All of these seem harmless on the surface, but they speak to deeper energetic misalignments. And over time, they don't just disrupt sleep, they distort the rhythm of your life. Slowly. Silently. But here's the beautiful truth. The same way small misalignments can pull you out of balance, small shifts, done with awareness, can pull you back into flow. Just like a river that's been blocked by a single stone, your fortune may be waiting to move. If only you knew what to move first. So today, I invite you to walk with me, not just through a rearrangement of objects, but through a realignment of energy, of intention, of how you live in the most intimate part of your home. We will explore the deeper meaning of your bed, the energy of light, the breath of your room, and finally, I will reveal 3 sacred items, simple, practical, yet powerfully symbolic, that when placed correctly, become magnets for peace, prosperity, and spiritual clarity. But before we begin, I want you to pause for a moment. Gently close your eyes, if you can. Take a long, slow breath. And as you exhale, let go of any tension. Let go of any doubt. Whisper silently to yourself, not with your lips, but with your heart, I am ready to receive. And if you feel called, speak your intention into the world. Leave a message somewhere, even if it's just on a piece of paper near your bed. Write the words, I welcome abundance with peace. I open my space. I open my soul. This small act, done with presence, already begins to shift the current of your life. Because energy listens. And intention is the language it understands. So if you've been searching for a sign, this is it. Let's begin. Part 2. The bed is your altar, your sleeping space is a sacred temple. In every temple, there is an altar. A place of stillness. A place where the unseen becomes felt. In your home, that altar is not the dining table, nor the bookshelf, it is your bed. To the ordinary eye, a bed is just a place to sleep. But to one who sees through the lens of energy and consciousness, the bed is where the soul returns to be restored. It is the place where the body surrenders, and the deeper mind opens itself to the quiet workings of karma. It is not just a place of rest. It is a place of remembering. And like any altar, how you arrange it matters. What surrounds it, what lies beneath it, and what rests above it, all of these influence not only your sleep, but your luck, your energy, and even the choices you make. Let us begin with the head of the bed. Many people, out of habit or convenience, place books, clocks, phones, or even decorations along the headboard. But in the ancient wisdom of Feng Shui, and echoed subtly in Buddhist mindfulness, this is a mistake. The head of your bed is where energy enters while you sleep. It is where your body drinks in the chi of the night. When you place heavy or unnecessary items there, you are not simply cluttering space, you are placing weight on your own spirit. A student once came to me and said, I wake up every morning feeling like something is pressing down on me. When I visited his apartment, I saw 3 things on his headboard: an old alarm clock, a stack of notebooks, and a pair of headphones. Small things. Harmless things. But energetically, they symbolized mental noise, unfinished work, and overstimulation. We cleared it that afternoon. And within a week, his sleep deepened. His mood softened. His finances, which had been stuck for months, began to move again. Not by magic, but by space. The space we had opened for energy to do what it naturally does, flow. So let me ask you gently, what sits above your head as you sleep? Is it peaceful? Is it purposeful? Or does it speak of burdens you're still holding on to? If there is anything unnecessary above your head, remove it. Keep the area clean, quiet, and light. Place essential items, if any, on side tables instead, where they don't lean into your energy field while you sleep. Now let us look beneath the bed. This is a space many people overlook. We treat it as storage. A hiding place for shoes, old clothes, boxes of forgotten memories. But understand this, what lies beneath you as you sleep also lies beneath your energy. If it is cluttered, stagnant, filled with dust and decay, you are sleeping atop a mountain of stuck karma. The teachings are clear. Stagnant energy attracts stagnation in life. You may work hard during the day, but if you lie upon dead weight at night, your efforts lose momentum. It's like swimming upstream with anchors tied to your ankles. One woman I once guided had kept her late husband's belongings under her bed for years. Out of sentiment, she couldn't let go. But in her life, nothing could move. Not her business. Not her emotions. Not her sleep. We didn't rush. We honored the past. But when she finally released those items and cleared the space beneath her bed, something opened. Grief turned into breath. And for the first time in years, she said, I woke up feeling alive. So I ask you now, lovingly, what have you hidden under your bed? Is it serving your present? Or are you lying each night on memories that no longer support you? Ideally, keep the space under your bed clear. But if you must use it for storage, store only things that are light, clean, and meaningful, such as extra blankets, neatly folded clothes, or intentional items in closed containers. Avoid anything broken, expired, or emotionally heavy. The energy you sleep above matters deeply. Now let us consider the placement of the bed itself. If your bed is pressed tightly against multiple walls, or worse, trapped in a corner, it creates a feeling of confinement, not just for your body but for your life path. Energy needs room to move. If your bed can only be entered from one side, then wealth, relationships, and inspiration may also feel like they only have one narrow way to reach you. In the symbolism of energy, space equals possibility. When we sleep with open space on both sides of the bed, we allow life to approach us from all directions. We signal readiness. We say to the universe, I am not hiding. I am open. If your room is small, do your best. Even a few inches of breathing space on either side can make a difference. Think of it not as furniture arrangement, but as energetic alignment. A symbolic act of welcoming in what is good and letting go of what is cramped or cornered. Lastly, the head of the bed should rest against a solid wall, not a window, not a gap. This provides a feeling of support, like leaning against the back of a wise elder or mountain. When your head is supported, your decisions become clearer. Your dreams become more grounded. And your life begins to stabilize. In the monasteries of old, a monk's sleeping space was small, but never chaotic. Clean lines. Light energy. Nothing extra. Because they understood that where you sleep is not just where the body lies down. It's where the karma of the day dissolves. And where the energy of the new day begins to form. So today, I invite you to look at your bed not just as furniture, but as your sacred altar. A place of stillness. A place of power. A place where you meet yourself each night in silence. If you clear the noise, clear the clutter, and position it with intention, you won't just sleep better. You'll begin to live better. Part 3. Light as invitation, illuminating wealth or scattering it. Light has always been more than just a tool for sight. In Buddhist tradition, light is a symbol of awareness. A symbol of presence. Of wisdom illuminating ignorance. And yet, even light, when misused, can disturb the quiet harmony we seek in our most sacred space, the bedroom. Many people believe that keeping a bedroom brightly lit at all times makes it feel open, safe, and positive. But there is a gentle truth, often forgotten in our fast-moving world. Not all light nourishes. Some light agitates. Some light scatters. Some light sends energy rushing so quickly that it never finds a place to settle. In Feng Shui, we say that wealth energy behaves more like moonlight than sunlight. It does not thrive under harsh, blazing brightness. It gathers in stillness. It prefers soft, steady glow. Wealth is like a lake, it forms when energy calms down, not when it is stirred and shaken. Imagine a river after heavy rain. It runs fast, wild, uncontrollable. Nothing can rest in it. But a slow, quiet stream? That's where life flourishes. That's where energy roots itself. That's how wealth behaves in the energetic landscape of your home. So how do you welcome this kind of energy into your bedroom? The first step is to become mindful of your overhead lighting. When ceiling lights shine directly onto the bed, especially bright white or cold toned lights, they stimulate the nervous system. They keep the brain alert. And they prevent your spirit from entering the deeper states of rest that are needed for healing and regeneration. You may think it's harmless, leaving the light on as you scroll through your phone at night, or falling asleep with a bright lamp above you. But over time, that brightness does more than disturb your sleep. It disrupts your inner rhythm. It tells your body to stay awake, and it tells your energy to keep moving, never pausing long enough to accumulate into focus, insight, or prosperity. One man I once guided had been dealing with chronic insomnia and a constant feeling of restlessness. He said, "I feel like my thoughts never slow down. Like I'm always on edge." When I asked him about his bedroom lighting, he said he left the main ceiling light on until the moment he closed his eyes. I suggested a simple change: replace the bright bulb with a soft, warm-toned lamp beside the bed. Within 2 nights, he slept deeper. Within 2 weeks, he told me, "I don't know why, but my mind feels quieter. I'm making better decisions at work." That's not coincidence. That's Chi responding to care. So here is my invitation to you. In the evening hours, begin to lower the light gradually. Transition from the brightness of day into the warmth of night, the way the sky darkens before the stars appear. Use soft yellow or amber tones, not blue-white light. Choose lamps with simple designs, nothing that overstimulates the eyes or reflects too brightly off your walls. And let this transition itself become a small ritual. When you dim the light, let it also symbolize the dimming of worldly worries. The mind slows. The body prepares to receive rest. You enter a different state, not one of action, but of quiet receiving. During the day, let natural sunlight in. Open your curtains. Invite life force into the room. But when night falls, let your space reflect what your soul is yearning for: peace, stillness, safety. In this way, your bedroom becomes not just a room with furniture and walls. It becomes a vessel of energy, shifting with the cycles of the sun and moon, of waking and dreaming, of effort and surrender. There's something else, too, something subtle, yet profound. The kind of light you choose speaks to your subconscious. Harsh light signals vigilance, defense, urgency. Warm light signals trust, gentleness, home. When your room speaks trust, your body lets go. When your space whispers you are safe now, your energy begins to gather like golden mist, slowly filling the corners of your room, and eventually, settling in your life. So ask yourself tonight, before bed, is the light in my room inviting peace? Or chasing it away? And if you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or ungrounded, don't just look inside. Look around. Sometimes the path to inner harmony begins with the glow of a quiet lamp. Part 4. Breath of Wealth, Why Air Circulation Affects Fortune. In the ancient language of the East, the word Qi means breath. But it also means energy, life force, and motion. In Buddhist teachings, we speak of prana, of wind, of vital currents moving through the body and the universe alike. Whether we call it Qi, prana, or simply breath, it is the same movement that brings life. So it should come as no surprise that the breath of your home, its air, its circulation, its openness, plays a quiet yet powerful role in shaping your fortune. Many people shut their windows for convenience. To keep dust out. To reduce noise. To maintain privacy. It seems harmless. In fact, it seems wise. But over time, a sealed room becomes more than just quiet. It becomes energetically stale, emotionally heavy, spiritually congested. Think of a pond with no inlet or outlet. It might be calm for a while, but eventually, it turns stagnant. It breeds stillness, not of peace, but of decay. Your bedroom is no different. Each night, as you sleep, you release the weight of the day, the thoughts, the stress, the subtle residue of interactions and effort. If the air in your room is never refreshed, that residue stays. It clings to your pillows. It lingers in the walls. It hangs in the corners like invisible dust. You may wake up wondering why your chest feels tight, why your dreams feel muddled, why your mind lacks clarity. And the answer might not be within you, it might be in the air around you. One woman I once met had spent years dealing with low energy, forgetfulness, and unexpected arguments with her husband. She kept a beautiful home, clean, decorated, well furnished. But the moment I walked into her bedroom, I felt it, the air was dense. Still, the windows had not been opened in weeks. When I asked her about it, she said, "It just feels easier to keep them closed." Easier, yes. But sometimes the easy path suffocates the soul. I asked her to begin opening her window every morning, even if just for 10 minutes. Fresh air in. Stale energy out. Within days, the energy in the room shifted. Within a week, she said, "I feel like I can breathe again. I'm sleeping better. We're fighting less." I didn't expect it to be so simple. But energy responds to the simple. Always. So I ask you now, when was the last time you let your room breathe? Even if your street is noisy. Even if the air outside is not perfect. Let some flow return. In the morning, when the air is lightest, open your window. Let the wind carry away yesterday. Let it sweep out the quiet frustrations that never had a voice. Let it make room for new chi to enter. If the outside is truly unbearable, then use movement inside. A gentle fan. A small air circulator. Even light curtains that move with your breath as you walk past. Anything that invites motion. Anything that stirs the invisible rivers of energy in your space. From a spiritual perspective, this is not just about oxygen. It is about karma. When air is allowed to flow, it represents the movement of life itself. It is a reminder that nothing is fixed, and that transformation is always just one breath away. Even the Buddha taught that the breath is a gateway. In meditation, we return to the breath, not to control it, but to become intimate with the impermanence and presence it holds. Likewise, when your room breathes, you are practicing a kind of environmental mindfulness. You are reminding your space, and yourself, that energy is meant to move. And wealth. Wealth is movement. It is energy that wants to arrive, to gather, to grow. But it cannot do so in a room where the air has not turned for weeks. So try this, tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, walk to your window. Pull the curtain aside. Open it gently. Let the air in. And as you do, whisper quietly, "Welcome. I'm ready now." Make it a habit. A small act. A 5-minute ritual. And soon, you will feel it, not just in your lungs, but in your decisions, your relationships, your finances. The breath of your room becomes the breath of your life. Let it flow. Part 5, the 3 wealth-inviting items. Simple objects, sacred energy. Now that your bedroom is aligned, the bed grounded, the light softened, the air renewed, you are ready to take one final step. A step that moves beyond removing blockages. Into the realm of inviting blessings. Wealth, in its highest form, is not just money. It is clarity. It is joy. It is the gentle flow of resources that come when you need them, and stay when you're ready to receive. True wealth is energy that is drawn not through force, but through resonance. And just as a prayer resonates in silence, there are objects, simple, humble, almost overlooked, that resonate with the frequency of abundance. When chosen and placed with intention, these objects don't just decorate your space. They become quiet beacons. Anchors of energy. Silent invitations to fortune. Let me now share with you 3 of these sacred items. Not chosen at random. Not based on superstition. But rooted in generations of wisdom, and refined through personal experience. These are not magic charms. They are mirrors of your inner intention, grounded in form. The first is the quiet bowl. I call it that not because it is mute, but because it holds the energy of stillness. A small ceramic or earthen bowl, white, neutral, or natural in tone. Within it, you place three things: a layer of coarse sea salt, a few clean coins, and, if you wish, a single drop of your favorite essential oil. The salt draws out stagnant energy, just as it does in traditional purification rituals across many cultures. The coins symbolize the presence of wealth, not future wealth, not imagined wealth, but the acknowledgement that wealth is already here. The scent? That's personal. It links memory, breath, and presence together. Place this bowl in a quiet corner of your bedroom, not too close to the bed, not hidden away. Somewhere you can see, but not stare at. Somewhere that feels calm. Every 2 weeks, replace the salt. Wipe the bowl clean. Let this be your ritual. A moment of awareness. A declaration that you are ready to release the old and welcome the new. One young man I once mentored had been drowning in debt and anxiety. He thought the idea of a bowl was silly. But I asked him, gently, to try. Not because the bowl had power, but because the act of caring for it would awaken something within him. He did. 2 months later, he told me, I've stopped spending without thinking. My debt hasn't vanished, but I'm no longer afraid. And for the first time, I feel rich, even without riches. That is wealth. The second object is the prosperity plant. But let me be clear, this is not about filling your bedroom with greenery. Too many plants can actually disturb the energy of rest. What we are seeking is one. Just one. A living presence that breathes gently beside you. Choose a plant that is known for its clean lines and gentle growth. Not sharp. Not sprawling. The peace lily. The jade plant. The snake plant. Each has its own signature. Choose the one that feels like it belongs with you. What matters more than the type is how you care for it. Your plant is not a symbol of beauty, it is a symbol of nourishment. If it thrives, so does your attention. If it withers, so does your discipline. Water it gently. Trim it as needed. Keep its soil fresh. And speak to it, not aloud, but in thought. Let it be your companion in growth. One elderly woman once told me, this little jade plant is like my teacher. It tells me when I've been too busy to care. And it was true. The weeks she was distracted, it drooped. When she returned to stillness, it lifted. Place your plant near natural light, but not pressed against a window. Let it breathe. Let it stand as a reminder. Wealth grows quietly, when given space and care. And finally, the third object is the mind mirror. But not a mirror in the traditional sense. In fact, this is often a misunderstood item. Mirrors, when placed improperly, especially when facing the bed, can cause more harm than good. They reflect not only your image, but your energy, your thoughts, your hidden unrest. What I'm speaking of here is a covered mirror. Find a simple standing mirror or even a wall-mounted one that you do not use constantly. At night, before bed, cover it with a light cloth, white or soft beige. This cloth is not to hide, but to soften. To create a boundary between the outer image and the inner world. In Buddhist monasteries, it is common to limit one's exposure to mirrors. Not because mirrors are evil, but because they feed the ego. They tempt the mind to fixate on form. And at night, when the spirit is drifting toward dream and rest, this reflection can become unsettling. By covering the mirror, you offer yourself stillness, privacy of the soul, a moment free of projection. One of my students, a mother of 2, began this practice after years of poor sleep and anxious dreams. She had a large mirror across from her bed. She didn't think much of it, until she began having recurring dreams of being watched. I suggested the cloth. Simple. Gentle. Non-dramatic. That night, she slept through until morning for the first time in months. She told me, "It felt like my mind finally had its own room." That is the power of this act. Together, these three items, the quiet bowl, the prosperity plant, and the mind mirror, form a triad. Earth. Life. Reflection. They ground you, breathe with you, and shield you. But more than that, they ask something of you. Not belief. Not superstition. But presence. Presence is the real invitation to wealth. Without presence, no object has power. With presence, even a bowl of salt becomes a temple. So choose your items with care. Place them with respect. And let them speak, not to the world, but to you. Because when your space begins to listen, so does the universe. Part 6, Bedroom Taboos, What You Must Remove Immediately. Clearing the shadows to make space for light. Before something new can enter, something old must be released. This is a simple truth found not only in energy practice, but in the heart of Buddhist philosophy. To receive, we must first let go. To invite fortune in, we must gently escort what no longer serves us out. In every bedroom, there are things we've grown used to. Objects we placed there long ago, perhaps without much thought. But over time, they begin to affect us, not because they are inherently bad, but because their energy is either outdated, misplaced, or misaligned. These are the subtle saboteurs of wealth and peace. Let us now shine a quiet light on them, not with judgment, but with understanding. Because once seen clearly, they lose their power. The first of these is a mirror facing the bed. At first glance, it may seem harmless, even helpful. Mirrors can make a room feel larger. They reflect light. They're often considered stylish. But spiritually and energetically, a mirror directly facing your bed can become a source of disturbance. Why? Because mirrors do more than reflect light. They reflect energy. And when you are asleep, when your mind is in its most open, vulnerable state, this reflection does not bring clarity. It brings agitation. It is like trying to sleep while someone silently watches you. Not in body, but in energy. In the darkness, your reflection may catch your eye, half seen, half dreamt. It can trigger unease, fear, or restless dreams. And on a deeper level, the mirror continuously bounces your chi, never allowing it to settle and restore. If you have a mirror facing your bed, consider moving it. If that is not possible, then cover it at night with a soft cloth. You are not hiding the mirror. You are softening the energy field. Let your sleep be a space of stillness, not reflection. The second item is a trash bin. It seems practical, convenient. Just a small container for wrappers, receipts, or tissues. But energetically, a trash bin is a symbol of what is discarded, what is expired, what is no longer wanted. When placed in a room meant for rest and renewal, it acts as an anchor of waste. Its message is subtle, but persistent. This is where we throw things away. And the room begins to absorb that message. One woman I once guided was struggling with a deep sense of unworthiness. She could not explain it. She had a good job, a kind partner, a peaceful home. And yet, she often said, "It feels like I don't belong in my own life." When I visited her bedroom, the first thing I saw was a trash bin, open, half full, beside her bed. We removed it. Not forcefully, but intentionally. In its place, we placed a simple vase with water and one flower. A week later, she said to me, "I don't know why, but I feel lighter when I wake up." You may think it's just a bin, but to your subconscious, it's a message. If you truly need to keep one in your room, choose a bin with a lid. Empty it daily. And place it far from the bed, never beside it. The third common saboteur is too many photographs or intense artworks. Your bedroom is not a gallery. It is a sanctuary. Family photos are beautiful. Artwork is inspiring. But when your sleeping space becomes crowded with images, especially faces, it can disturb your energy. You may feel watched. You may carry the emotional weight of each image into your dreams. And certain artworks, especially those that are dark, abstract, or chaotic, can amplify anxiety without you even realizing it. Choose carefully what you hang above your bed, or on the walls you face when you lie down. Let the imagery be soft, calming, simple. A sunrise. A gentle landscape. A symbol of peace. And limit photographs, especially of those whose energy you are still processing. The bedroom is not the place for unresolved stories. The fourth taboo is plants with harsh or chaotic energy. Yes, in the previous part, we spoke of the power of a well-chosen plant. But too often, people fill their bedrooms with greenery, thinking more is better. It is not. Some plants, particularly those with sharp leaves like cacti, or those that droop, die, or grow wildly out of control, can disrupt the balance of energy needed for deep rest. Plants breathe with us. And at night, they absorb oxygen. If too many are placed in a small, enclosed room, your sleep may be subtly disrupted. Even spiritually, a withering plant holds the energy of decay, not growth. It sends a message of neglect, not just of nature, but of yourself. If you have many plants, consider reducing them. Keep only what you can lovingly tend to. And remove any that are unhealthy, sharp, or feel energetically noisy. The fifth item is walls filled with holes, from nails, hooks, or old mounting brackets. This may seem minor. But in the language of space, even the smallest hole is an opening of energy. A scar on the surface of support. A wall represents protection. When filled with marks, it begins to feel weakened. Like a fabric that has been pierced too many times, its strength and stillness diminish. If your walls have holes, take the time to gently repair them. Patch them. Paint over them. You are not just fixing the wall. You are restoring the boundary of your space. And finally, the sixth, and perhaps most overlooked, electronic devices. Phones, laptops, televisions, chargers, headphones. These have become extensions of our modern life. But in the bedroom, they often become silent intruders. The blue light they emit disrupts melatonin, the hormone of sleep. The electromagnetic waves they release interfere with the nervous system. But even more than that, they keep your energy wired into the outside world. Always reaching. Always alert. Never fully resting. From a spiritual perspective, your bedroom is a place to turn inward. To return to yourself. And when your final act before sleep is checking notifications, or watching a screen, or answering emails, your spirit never truly lands. If you can, remove these devices from the room entirely. If not, turn them off completely before sleep. Place them far from your head. Switch to airplane mode. Cover them if needed. And most importantly, reclaim the night as yours. Let it be quiet. Let it be dark. Let it be free. Because wealth does not grow in chaos. It grows in calm. These taboos are not curses. They are simply habits, unseen, unnoticed, that slowly pull us out of harmony. But once seen, they can be changed. Gently. Intentionally. So take a quiet walk through your bedroom tonight. Not to clean, not to judge, but to see, to feel, to ask, what here is feeding me? And what is quietly draining me? Remove one thing. Just one. And see how it feels. Because often, it is not the grand gestures that shift our destiny. It is the quiet ones. Part 7, Transformative Ritual, How to Set the Intention. Inviting fortune through mindfulness and sacred action. In Buddhism, the outer world is never separate from the inner world. What we see, what we touch, what we move, it is all a reflection of what moves within us. And just as a bell makes no sound unless struck, an object carries no energy unless awakened by intention. This is where transformation truly begins. You can place the right items in your room. You can remove what blocks energy. But without conscious presence, without setting a clear and loving intention, these changes remain surface level. The true shift happens not through furniture, but through mindful ritual. A ritual is not about performance. It is not about candles or chants, unless you choose those things. A ritual is simply a moment where you slow down, become fully present, and connect your body, your breath, and your space with a quiet declaration. I am ready to receive. I am ready to grow. I am ready to welcome what serves the highest path of my life. Let me guide you now through a simple 3-step ritual that you can do in your own bedroom. It takes less than 15 minutes. But if done with full awareness, it can open doors far beyond what you can see. Step 1. Clear with gratitude. Before you bring anything new into your space, offer gratitude to what was. Even if there was clutter. Even if the energy felt blocked. Everything had a purpose. Everything taught you something. Walk slowly through your bedroom. Touch the walls. Gently wipe down surfaces, even if they are already clean. As you do, whisper to yourself, or silently within, words of gratitude. Thank you for sheltering me. Thank you for holding my rest. Thank you for the lessons that brought me here. This act is not cleaning. It is honoring. You are acknowledging that your space is alive. That it listens. That it remembers. And that you are now choosing to refresh the story it tells. Step 2. Speak your intention aloud. Once the space is clear, choose a central spot, near your bed, or where your energy feels most still. Stand or sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Place your hand over your heart. Take 3 slow breaths. Then speak your intention. Let it be simple. Let it come from your truth, not your fear, not your ego. It might sound like, I create a space of peace, where wealth flows gently toward me. Or, I release what no longer serves me, and welcome all that brings clarity, joy, and abundance. If you are drawn to Buddhist prayer, you may recite a short verse from the heart, such as, May this space be free of harm. May it invite blessings and clarity. May all who rest here rise with peace. It doesn't matter the words. What matters is that they are true, and that you mean them. Step 3. Place with presence. Now, return to the 3 sacred objects you have chosen, the quiet bowl, the prosperity plant, the mind mirror. One by one, bring them into place. As you do, treat each placement as an act of reverence. Not decoration. Not function. But invocation. When you place the bowl, imagine salt drawing out what is no longer needed, and coins anchoring the presence of wealth. When you set the plant, feel your breath synchronizing with its leaves. Imagine your growth intertwining with its gentle expansion. When you cover the mirror, feel the veil of peace descending, offering rest, stillness, protection. Each object becomes more than a thing. It becomes a vow. A spiritual contract between your intention and the energy of your home. Let the room breathe you in, just as you breathe it. This is the heart of ritual. Not movement, but meaning. Not what you do, but how you do it. And if you wish to revisit this practice weekly, monthly, or whenever energy feels unsettled, you may. It is not fixed. It is living. As you are. Some students choose to light a small candle or burn gentle incense at the end of the ritual, not to fill the air with scent, but to mark the completion of something sacred. If you feel drawn to do the same, do so with care. And extinguish it slowly, with a smile. Others simply end by bowing gently to the space around them. A bow not of worship, but of recognition. My home is no longer just shelter. It is now my mirror. My temple. My teacher. That is enough. Because when intention enters the room, fortune follows. Not always in the form we expect, but always in the form we need. Part 8, Your bedroom, your future. Where you sleep is where your karma awakens. Every night, when you lie down, you are not just closing your eyes. You are entering the deepest mirror of your life. Your bedroom, this quiet corner of your world, is more than walls and blankets. It is the gateway between your conscious efforts and the unseen energies shaping your destiny. And in that gateway, everything matters. The way your bed holds you. The way the light fades. The way the air moves, gently or not at all. The way you place an object and the intention you breathe into it. These are not decoration. They are decisions. Sacred, subtle decisions that signal to the universe, I am ready to be in harmony. I am ready to receive, without grasping. I am ready to grow, without fear. You see, fortune does not bloom from force. It blooms from alignment. It arrives not when we demand it, but when we are vibrationally available for it. And your room, your sacred space of stillness, can either resist or receive that flow. So tonight, as you prepare for rest, let your final act be one of consciousness. Let your space reflect what your soul truly desires: peace, clarity, abundance, not cluttered or desperate, but calm and purposeful. Because when your bedroom becomes a sanctuary, your life begins to rise from a different center. You don't just sleep better. You live better. You choose better. You attract better. And if you've followed this journey all the way to now, it means something within you is already awakening. Honor that. Nurture that. Act on that. Before you go, I invite you to take a simple next step. Leave a comment below. Write a short affirmation that speaks directly to your heart. Something true. Something gentle. Something like, I am a vessel for peaceful prosperity. Or, my space is open, and my energy flows freely. Or simply, I am ready. And if this message has touched you, if it stirred something within, please let it continue to move forward. Like this video. Share it with someone you love. And subscribe to Wisdom of the Dharma, so you don't miss the next journey we'll walk together. Because this isn't just about Feng Shui. It's about energy, karma, awareness, and the gentle truth that every shift on the outside begins with a deeper shift within. So tonight, rest well. Let go of what no longer serves. Let your breath become your prayer. And may your future, like your room, open gently into light. I'm honored you've joined me here. Until next time, may your space be blessed. May your spirit be still. And may your wealth, in all forms, come with grace.